Good morning, Marissa. I need to talk to you about something.
Good morning, Diane. What's wrong? Did something happen?
I've decided to divorce Francis.
Divorce my son? Did something happen again? My son is such an idiot. What did he do this time?
He's been using a dating app and apparently, he's found his soulmate on it.
What? He was using a dating app while married?
One of my friends told me. She was using it to find a boyfriend. And she came across Francis's profile. She showed it to me and said, "Isn't this your husband?" I thought she must have been making a mistake. But when I looked, there was no mistaking it. His profile was showing as active. And his profile pic was even a shot of the two of us together. Except he had blacked out my face.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I obviously screwed up pretty bad when I raised him.
No, it's not your fault, Marissa. It's just his personality. I should have known I couldn't change him. Every woman he's ever dated has broken up with him. Because they caught him cheating. And last year, when it happened again. And you two got into that huge fight and you basically disowned him. I should never have forgiven him for that. But I thought after what had happened, he'd surely never do it again. So, I forgave him and stayed with him.
I'm so sorry, Diane. Honestly, you deserve better than Francis. I think this divorce is probably for the best. I hope you weren't staying with him for me, were you?
I don't know. You've always treated me like your daughter. And I consider you like a mom. I was a little worried that if I divorced him, you and I would grow apart.
Diane, how many times have I told you? I may have given up on my son to the point of writing him out of my will. But that doesn't change anything between you and me. You're like the daughter I never had. And you still will be, even if you leave Francis.
Thanks, Marissa. That means a lot to me.
So, how are you doing? How are you handling everything? If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Things are a little tough right now. I'm staying in a cheap motel for the time being.
Huh? You ran away from him?
Not exactly. Yesterday, when I told Francis I wanted to leave him, he took my house key from me and kicked me out. He knows I suspect him of cheating on me again. But he knows I don't have any proof. He said he'll divorce me if that's what I want. But he wants me to sign the divorce papers and agree to not sue him for compensation money. He said if I don't do that, he'll destroy all my belongings, and I'll never see them again.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say.
Sorry. I hope you don't think I'm telling you this to make you feel bad. I don't care if he destroys my clothes and stuff like that. But I have a lot of old pictures and keepsakes that mean a lot to me. That's what I'm most worried about. He knows how much some of those things mean to me. I think that's why he's doing this to me.
I see. I understand. I'll make sure I get all your stuff back for you. But for now, do you think you could come here? You're not going to be able to sleep very well in a cheap motel, are you? We have a spare bedroom. You can stay here.
Thank you. I'm heading to work soon, but I'll come by your place after that. Are you sure you're okay with me staying with you guys?
Of course. We'd love to have you stay with us. Get out of that crummy motel and come by after work. Then tell us all about what happened. And then we'll figure out what we're gonna do about everything. Hi, Fran. It's Ren.
What? Ren? What's going on? Why are you messaging me under a different cell phone number?
My old phone broke. I had to buy a new one. I had to change my number, too.
Oh. I see. That's why I'm getting your messages under a different profile. So, what's up? Did you message me because you're lonely without me around? You're so cute.
Hey, Fran. Are you married? I got an anonymous message from someone claiming that you were. Are you really married?
An anonymous message? You didn't happen to mention any of this to your father, did you?
No. Not yet. I was a little scared. So, I haven't told anyone yet. I wanted to check with you. Fran, were you really hiding that from me?
Ren, listen to me. You're the most important person in my life. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I thought if you knew I was married, you'd never want to be with me. But I know we're meant to be together. You're my soulmate. That's why I wanted to take care of this whole marriage thing before I told you about it. I'm really sorry for not telling you. But you've got to believe me. It doesn't change how I feel about you. I'm divorcing my wife just to be with you. You're the one I want.
Okay. If I'm the most important thing to you, and you're sorting out this whole marriage thing, I'm okay with it.
That's great. So, until my divorce is finalized, I need you to keep my whole marriage thing a secret, okay? I'll tell you all about the details later.
Okay.
Hey, Renee. You know I love you. You're the only woman for me. I'd do anything for you.
I know, baby. Hey, do you remember our first date?
Yeah. It was July of last year. Of course I remember meeting my soulmate.
Do you still have that picture you took of us together saved on your phone?
Of course. It's what I use for my lock screen background.
You're the best. Because my old phone broke, and this one is new. I don't have any pictures of you on my phone. I want a picture of us together to look at when you're not around.
I'll send you one right now.
Thanks. Now I won't feel so lonely when you're not here.
You'd be lost without me, wouldn't you, baby?
I want to see you as soon as possible. When are you coming to see me?
What do you mean, when? I'm coming in less than 24 hours. I am really looking forward to our date tomorrow night.
Date. I haven't heard you say that since you were a teenager.
Huh?
It's your mom, Frances.
What? What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm the person who gave birth to you. You're talking to your mom right now. I bought a new smartphone.
Wait. This isn't Ren. What? What's going on here? Is this a Renki?
You're really not too bright, are you? I'm your mother. I'm not the person you're cheating on Dien with. You're talking to your mom on her new cell phone.
But. Huh? Mom? Why?
I wanted to get proof of you cheating on Dien. You told me when you started seeing that other woman. And you even sent me a picture for proof. Thanks. I'm so glad you're stupid. It really made my rent easy.
Hey, are you really my mom? I got it. This is Diane, pretending to be my mom, isn't it?
Nope. But Diane told me all about what you've been doing. She even told me that you're seeing that woman, Renee. AKA Ren. And how she loves to call you friend when she messages you. Diane knows exactly who you're cheating on her with.
She knows? So that's why she wants this divorce?
Yeah. Diane discovered you're using a dating app to find other women. Her friend saw your profile on the app and informed her. That friend is also helping us prove your infidelity. We have identified the woman you're involved with. Diane's friend even spoke directly to Renee to confirm it. During their conversation, your name quickly came up when discussing current boyfriends. It seems Renee had no idea you were already married. It's astonishing how fast information spreads these days, isn't it? It appears everyone seems to know everyone. You know the saying, it's a small world after all. And it seems my plan to deceive you worked perfectly. I'm not surprised, my little Fran.
Wait. This is overwhelming information to process all at once. First off, why are you still in touch with Diane in the first place? You told me you were cutting me out of the will and never speaking to me again.
I did write you out of my will. And I never intended to speak to you again. But that had nothing to do with Diane. Why would you think it did?
Why would you want nothing to do with me, yet still keep in touch with my wife? That doesn't make sense.
Diane is a good person, and we became close. I'm allowed to talk to her if I want. And let me tell you, you'd better return all of Diane's belongings. Or we'll pursue legal action. You know what I do for a living, don't you? You couldn't possibly have forgotten, could you? You know I'm a lawyer. And trust me, you don't ever want to challenge me in my own domain.
What are you talking about? What you just did was illegal. You pretended to be someone you aren't. You pretended to be Ren. You can't do that. That's fraud. That alone could get you fired.
Don't act like you know the law better than me. You failed the bar how many times now? I know the law. And I wouldn't do anything illegal to obtain information. Use that brain of yours for once in your life. Are you telling me you forgot my name? My name's Marissa. All I did was shorten my name. You were the one who mistook my nickname for your lover's nickname. Don't blame me.
I'm furious with you. Can a lawyer really do that?
There's nothing you can legally do against me. And why are you cheating on your wife if you're trying to become a lawyer? You'll ruin your credibility before you even pass the bar. And how dare you, anyway? Do you not see how amazing Diane is? You repeatedly fail the bar. But Diane still supports you financially as you study. And you cheat on her? Again. Do you truly believe this new woman is your soulmate? I can't believe you used that line on her. Is this what you've been doing instead of studying? Cheating on your wife? If you don't want to pass the bar, just quit right now.
Shut up. I'm determined to pass the bar this year. And anyway, Diane's belongings are with me. So you'd better not anger me. I can destroy all her stuff in a heartbeat.
And what you're doing right now is extortion, and it's illegal. And what do you think I'm going to do? If you dispose of her keepsakes or damage them, that's property damage. That's also illegal. You're really not studying for the bar at all, are you? How can you not know any of this? I could have a field day with you in court.
Stop acting like you're superior just because you're a lawyer. You're not even considering the pain I'm going through.
And what pain is that, exactly? I never asked you to become a lawyer. I told you how much work it would be. You said you wanted this, not me. And Diane has been supporting you financially this whole time. What pain could you possibly have? It's not like you're working day and night while studying for the bar. Everything is being handed to you right now. You're not going through any pain. This is absurd. You need to grow up and act like a man.
I don't need useless people like you two in my life. I want nothing to do with either of you anymore. You want me to pay Diane compensation money for cheating on her, don't you? Tell Diane to hurry up and sign the divorce papers. I'll pay her whatever compensation she wants. I don't care about her or it. You're acting like you know the whole story, but you don't, do you? Renee's father owns a huge company. I'll pay Diane for cheating on her. Whatever amount it comes to is just pocket change for Renee's family. Mom, I need your help. It seems they tricked me. Please. I can't seem to get through to Diane. I'm really in trouble here. Mom, I know you have Diane's contact information, don't you?
I'm just a useless person. What could you possibly want from me? Your divorce is already settled, isn't it? Leave Diane alone.
It's not about that. I'm talking about Renee. She has a child. It turns out she was a single mother.
I knew that. What's your point?
You knew that? How did you know that? She never told me. And when she said her dad owns a business, it turns out it's just a furniture shop in a small town. Her father just does woodworking. His shop is going out of business because he's so far in debt. When Ren's dad told me he didn't mind paying the $10K to Diane for me, I thought it was because he was so rich. But apparently, it was because his business is so far in debt already that an extra $10,000 added onto his debt wouldn't make a difference to him. They were counting on me marrying Ren and becoming a lawyer and making tons of money.
So, what?
I need you to help me. I don't want to marry this woman, but her father has already paid Diane the compensation money for me. Now he wants me to work for him in an attempt to make it up to him. Her parents seem so nice. But her father is really busting my butt at work. It's killing me. I don't know anything about woodworking. He's trying to teach me, but I've got blisters and cuts all over my hands now.
This is the path you chose. This is what you dumped Diane for. You got yourself into this mess. You get yourself out of it.
Mom, listen to me. I've always wanted to be a lawyer because I respect you so much. This guy's working me all hours of the day. There's no way I can study for the bar like this. Are you just going to abandon me? I just said I respect you, didn't I?
You betrayed Diane. And you abandoned me, first. Or did you forget that little detail? When you got caught cheating on Diane the first time, I was the one who paid off your lawsuit, wasn't I? I gave you a choice. I told you that you could pay the lawsuit yourself. And we'd pretend it never happened. Or, I'd pay it for you. But, I told you, if you chose that route, you'd no longer be my son. You chose to not be my son anymore. So don't you dare say that I abandoned you.
Mom, I'm begging you. Please, help me. If you do this for me, I know I'll become a great lawyer. I'll make you proud.
If you want to be a great lawyer, the first thing you need to learn to do is to take responsibility for your own actions. You're a grown man, for Pete's sake. You have to atone for your sins. It's always a painful thing for a parent when their child gets caught cheating on their spouse. Forgiving Francis for doing it the second time was something I just couldn't do. If he really wanted to be a lawyer, he needed to learn how serious the consequences of doing something wrong can be. Francis gave up on studying for the bar. In the end, he married Renee and continued working for Renee's father to repay his debt to him. They're barely scraping by right now. And I'm not sure what Francis is gonna do now that he definitely won't be becoming a lawyer. I just hope he regrets what he did to Diane. Diane, on the other hand, is doing quite well right now. She's decided to go overseas to study for a little bit. So, there's no way that Francis will be able to interfere with her life anymore. She was working for a fashion design company here. But once she completes her studies overseas, there's a good chance she'll get a great job with a top fashion designer somewhere. I still keep in touch with her to see how things are going. I'm sure she's not happy with how my son treated her, and honestly, I'm not either. I kind of feel like part of this was my fault for not raising him better. But, through this experience, I may have lost a son. But as far as I'm concerned, I've gained a daughter. If Diane ever needs me, I'll be there for her.